Hey everybody, welcome to Strumming with Christopher. I'm Christopher Gallegos with Monterey County Free Libraries, Gonzales Branch. So, we talked about the 1-4-5 progression last video, and we're kind of getting back to basics after talking about styles for a while. And something I feel like I've never talked about a lot is warming up. So what does warming up mean? Well, say you have an exercise routine and you move a little bit to get some blood into your muscles, or you stretch. We need to start doing that with a guitar as well. Now, it's one thing to have skills, but you can't really play if you're injured. So we don't think a lot about it, but you can get injuries to your hands, your fingers, your forearms. And it's good to have some little exercises in your back pocket that you can use to warm up your hands. And also, these exercises act as a kind of a skill practice too. They make your playing cleaner. They make everything better. So today I want to focus on something for our left hand. Now, this is not rocket science. It's just kind of, it's not meant to sound pretty. And you don't even have to use your right hand, because today we're talking about our left hand. So it's a very simple exercise that you can use to warm your left fretting hand up. Okay? So what I'm going to show you is something that you can move, like everything else, all the way up and all the way down. But the basic form, we're going to start at the very first fret on the low E string, okay? So first of all, let's make sure our technique is locked in. So with your thumb, unless you're playing classical guitar, then you have to learn some more rules. But just a general idea, when you're holding the guitar, make sure that your thumb is kind of, you're doing a kind of a pinch grip here. Make sure your thumb is kind of in the middle back here. Make sure that it's tight, but not so tight that your hand is cramping up. Just use it to secure your fingers. Try not to ever let your thumb drift over the top. You see a lot of guitarists doing that. It's bad form. Okay? So once your thumb is locked in, I want us to go to the low E string. And what we're going to do is we're going to play frets 1 through 4. Okay? So we're going to start with our index finger, then go to the middle, then the ring, then the pinky. And we're going to take that pattern all the way down to the high E string, and then we're going to go back up. And that's a shape we can move, okay? So let me get a little closer so you can see what I'm doing here. So, remember, think of the tip of your finger as being what's really sounding the note. Don't use your pad of your finger unless you're doing bar chords, right? Okay? So you don't even have to use your pick or your finger to play. This is just a left hand exercise. And what you're going to do, cleanly try to press down with good pressure with the tip of your finger on the first fret, low E string. Then go to fret 2 with your middle finger, fret 3 with your ring finger, fret 4 with your pinky, okay? And then repeat that all the way down. Go to the A string, do the same thing, whatever speed you want, but make sure that your fingers are pressing down, your fingertips, make sure it's clean, right? Okay? What you're doing is essentially you're teaching your left hand to fret very cleanly. But you're also getting flexibility in your fingers. You're allowing for them to feel what it's like to stretch from fret to fret. And it gets easier as you go down because the fret distance gets a little closer. Okay? So you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing here. So anytime you feel like you need to warm up your left hand to start playing, it's a good idea to do this beforehand. So you can go slow. Go from fret 1 to 4 very, very slowly if you want at first. And just go down every string with that same exact pattern, making sure that you're cleanly getting each note. And if you need to hear if it's clean, you can be picking as well. If you're not clean, it'll sound like this. And what you're really doing is you're just warming up your left hand for playing, right? So when you get to fret 4 with your pinky on the high E, then you can go back. So it'll be 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. Right? So once you do that pattern, starting from the first fret, and you can start anywhere you want, but the first fret is a challenge at first because you have to use more pressure. Then you can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see what I'm doing? 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do it at whatever speed you want. You can choose to pick, but it's not a right hand exercise. This is to warm up your left hand, your fretting hand. Okay? Right. And you can do that all the way down the fretboard as much as you want. And then after a while, you're going to start to feel your left hand kind of cramping up a little bit. And then you can stop. And you can do that any speed you want. You can do it as long as you want. But it serves a couple purposes. One, builds strength in your fingers, gets your hand warmed up, and it again also lets you learn how to stretch, right? How to get a healthy stretch in your hand. So yeah, that's a good little left hand exercise you can use before you play, or sometimes if you don't feel like playing something, you can just do that for a couple minutes and warm your left hand up. Next video we'll talk about right hand. Thanks everybody. See you soon.